What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? This is the student master teacher, Mr. I Stay Woke, Chris Cashflow, Money Monroe. And you know we out here and we on the go. What up, Big Justin? What up, Big Ray?
What up? What up?
What up, Bettina? What up, everybody pouring in? Happy Sunday to you. Let me see.
How's it going?
Bettina, we missed you.
I know, I miss y'all.
I said, where Bettina at? I said, let me go send out a search party.
APB, it's okay. I'm here. I tell you,
All
I'm
post bulletins, calling all cars, calling all cars.
here.
And Taraya, what's going on?
Oh my God, why did you tell me I was there?
Don't tell me we on the big screen TV, Justin. We on the big screen, broadcasting live. Cool. So yeah, this is good to see you all. We're going to talk about some different stuff today. I'm going to get into some of the weeds and the interweavings of some seller financing a little bit later on, because I know that's what everybody like. We like to buy real estate regardless of our credit score, regardless of how much money we can put down, regardless of all the things that they told you that you could not buy properties your whole life. Justin, I know you just kind of get into this year in 2025. Is there anything that shocked you so far with real estate? Like, man, all this time I thought it was this, but it was really that?
I would say how many idiots actually be in real estate is actually mind blowing.
Oh, no, you ain't talking about the wholesalers and the real estate agents and the title companies and all the people in between that's messing up deals and the contractors, are you?
Man, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
You ain't ran into them contractors yet. Them contractors gonna straighten you out. Don't worry about that.
I ain't gonna ever run to the contractors. They can go get that off on somebody else. They ain't getting that off on me.
You ain't gonna give them 50 grand and tell them going to start the work?
Hell no.
Let me know when you're done. I'll be in the back room.
I know a girl that did that too.
Hey, I know people that did it too. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I got for $3,500 when I first started. And I still ain't seen that dude.
Yeah, she
He's like,
gave
yeah, just give me the
30,000.
money, right? This is back in like 2019. He's like, yeah, just give me the money, right? I'm gonna go and get the stuff, and I'll get it knocked out. And I had a tenant buyer already had moved into the house, and I was gonna have him do the little work or whatever. He's like, yeah, just give me $3,500, and you give me the rest when we get done. Did he even start? Wow. I would say his name. I almost need to put him on blast anyway. I ain't seen him. What would you do if you seen him, Justin?
I'll beat his ass.
In real life. It's only $3,500.
Okay, it's my first assault.
It's only $3,500.
Hey man, don't attack.
You don't even want to hear no excuse. What if he say he got the money? What do you say he got it?
All right, we got the money. Nah, you still gotta get whooped. I'm sorry.
You gonna get the money and still get them?
Yeah, 100%.
Ain't
You
that
gotta pay tax. You gotta pay interest and fees.
Interest and penalties. We acting like the IRS. Cool beans. So what's been going on with you?
On TV.
What's been going on with you, Bettina? What you been working on?
Well, right now, I think this guy that wants to give me this poopy deal. And I'm like, okay, let me look here. He wants to give me a dilapidated house and then a regular house. And I'm like, he's actually a flipper over here in Illinois.
Why is he trying to give you the house?
Well, he still want 13.5 for both of them.
Yeah, it ain't happening. Single digits.
Yeah,
Justin, I already know the play. Single digits. I ain't even got to think. I ain't got to go on the internet. Single digits.
Right. Now, if you tell me that 121 is dilapidated, why would I give you $3,000 for it? Or 3,500 for it? Then the other one is on St. Rose. Look it up. 1109 St. Rose. I'm like, you know what?
I want to look it up because I already know if you're saying it's
something
bad.
Wrong with you.
We know it's bad.
I said something wrong with you now. You say 1109 still needs just a little work, but you tell me now I can go in and look inside because there's no keys. There's no door locks. Well, if there's no door locks, what makes you think you're gonna get 10 grand for that house?
So let me ask you this, Bettina. Why is he selling?
Well, he's a flipper, and he said that he didn't really have time to get to these two houses. I guess he has some work that he's got work that he's doing, and like I said, he's a flipper.
He
But
trying to flip you and get some money out of you.
that part. I just said he's a flipper.
So you already know something fishy. So I mean, why don't you just buy the one that you want to buy? I mean, or do the deal on the one you want to do the deal with. You don't have to take both.
It sounded like before I looked. Oh, hang on a second. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, your dog about to bite somebody for lunch.
I thought Bettina was a Jehovah's
I'm on
Witness.
mute for a second.
You said you thought Bettina was what?
I said I thought Bettina was a Jehovah's Witness. What's she doing with the dog?
Oh no! What, they can't have dogs?
Right, what?
I don't know all the rules. I be trying to keep up.
You silly. What's wrong with you?
What you doing with animals?
Wow. So there's rules out here that I don't even know about. All right. What about you, Ray? You been working on anything since I last talked to you? You got some deals cooking up?
Man, just loans right now. So just finished a credit seminar last week. So I'm looking to get rocking and rolling this week.
A credit seminar.
Yeah, I did a credit seminar with a gentleman who does credit repair. We had a nice turnout, about 7-8 people. PNC Bank and BMO Bank, they sent me a bunch of business afterwards. So business loans.
So they specialize in working with people who are non-owner occupants.
Correct.
So they want investors.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
You need to have a 720 score to work with them.
Yeah, pretty much. 680 and up.
You know the average credit score. Well, let me see. Justin might know. Justin, what's the average credit score in real life? Because I know you know about credit and stuff like that.
In real life?
In real life, what's the average credit score?
I would say the average score is probably about 565.
Damn, that's that low?
Hang on, 565, really?
And they want people to have a 680, if not 720 and up, to get the best rates.
That's why I partnered up with the credit repair guy so he can help them get up there. We actually just did a deal where he got a guy from 630 to 680 in 3 weeks.
Mm.
I'll come sit over there.
So, well, that's usually just cleaning up your credit at the beginning. But
Yeah.
I mean, and once they get their credit up, what are they going to do? Buy real estate? Is that what they're trying to do?
Yeah, for the most part, most of them, or get some type of business loan, lines of credit, working capital.
But I thought they go off your income with working capital. Or that's some different program.
They do 720 and up. Yeah, they do income, but you got to have 10,000 minimum.
The revenue, yeah, I thought they went off the revenue of the business. Unless I guess it's different programs.
Well, you know, they say it's not credit based, but your credit gonna determine your interest rate.
One of the
You
biggest
know how
guys.
that go.
Yeah. Hey,
Even if they say it ain't based on credit, they still want to see your credit.
That's why I don't like having people pull my credit. That's why I keep all 3 of my credit reports frozen. You gotta request me to unfreeze them before you can run my name.
Yeah, I do the same with Experian.
Do that free credit freeze. There's no reason for them to be pulling your credit. Because you know there's people out here pulling your credit if they got your information anyway, right? Or trying to, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
Because they say you signed some paper last year saying you were looking for credit. So we run your name every 3 months just to see if you're good yet.
Where you at?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, sir. Plug it up.
So yeah, I would prefer not to do that. So Bettina, you're back?
Yes.
So these deals you're talking about over in Illinois, how did you find this person? Or how did they find you?
Well, you know what? It so happened. I guess I was driving past this one property,
Say it, get on camera. We gotta see your
and I'm
face.
looking at it, and that's the one I wanted. But turns out he's trying. He said, "No, that one is not for sale." He said, "I'm flipping that one." But I have two others you can look at. I'm like, what? I was like, oh, okay. So let me look at those. Listen, y'all. When I went to this one that was that 11? No, it wasn't 11. The one that was supposed to be dilapidated is boarded up. So I didn't really want to go in there too because it was a whole mile before you get to the house from the street.
I ain't going in there anyway.
You know what? I was like, okay, so let me get this straight. It's boarded up. I tried to drive into the driveway, but I don't know. Something in my spirit said, "Girl, get little," and I did just that. And so I never called it back on it. Now the 1107, that was not bad, but I still have not gotten a chance to go in yet.
Why you need to go in?
Well, because it's really a nice house on the outside. And actually, it's so ironic because the house next door, I'm still looking for the owners to that property.
But I'm still asking why you need to go in.
You got to see inside. You got to see what you're buying into. It could be, it could be nice. I don't know.
Is this something you're truly trying to buy or you're trying to wholesale it?
More than likely wholesale.
So if you know you're going to wholesale it, I mean, and what kind of number would he take for that one? And can you get on camera, Bettina, or are you in somewhere you can't get on camera?
I am, but
there
I'm in the
there
dark.
she is. Ta-da.
Too wrong.
Now,
Yeah,
look, the
but,
black background.
really to wholesale it, but I've actually ran across a few more people that are looking for properties. As a matter of fact, this is place next door to me. People are wanting to purchase that. And so those are buyers. And so I start talking to them. I'm like, look, let me get some of those numbers.
So for
And so
that
I
property,
start,
so the one you say that looks good on the outside, I mean, what does he want just for that one, not the one that's all beat up that's falling down?
well, actually, okay, the 1107, that is, it's brick. It's got a carport. It's got a nice little backyard. It's it's a decent little house.
What does he want for it if he was to sell just that
You
one?
want 10 grand for it though.
Okay. And what do you think somebody would pay for it as a end buyer that would go in and do the actual whatever it needs?
I didn't go in.
You don't need to
I
go in to
get,
know that. Well, let
yep,
me
you
ask
got to
Art. Art,
guesstimate
do you
what
need
it
to go
needs.
in to know that?
No,
Huh?
sir.
You don't need to go in to know that. Not at this point. Because
Okay.
if he's not, say he's locked in on 10K and not a penny less.
Mhm. Now, if he said he would go for 6, 7 thousand, I could at
Well, this
least
is
get a
East
couple
St. Louis
grand
for
on
real.
it.
This is in East St. Louis, right?
No, this is in Cahokia.
Oh, okay. I
Hmm.
mean, so a lot of times, and I used to do this too, like, oh, let me go look at it first, or let me go check this and check that. We need to check that paperwork. I like to be under contract, then go spend all this energy to go see it and having people go look at it and do all of that. I like to get control of the deal. Does that make sense, Bettina?
Yes, it does.
I mean, and if you know you need to be around 6 or 7,000, I mean, why don't you just put it under contract for 6,000?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got
Because he
you.
wants it's coming as a deal for 13.5. I
But
haven't talked. I haven't gotten back with him since then yet. But mainly because I wanted to kind of look inside. You said you don't have to look inside, but
not right now. I mean, yeah, eventually you need to get in there, but just to get the ball rolling, it shouldn't be on you. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You putting a lot of pressure on yourself. The pressure should not be on you. The pressure's on them. They the one need to sell or wants to sell. You're just going to help them facilitate that. And so the way we do that is we get what's called equitable interest by getting that black ink on white paper. He understands it because he flips and does property, I'm sure. Put them under contract and then go spend your energy going to see it, taking pictures, marketing it, all of that type stuff. Does that make sense?
yes. So I'm doing
Especially
it
on it
backwards.
being such a cheap property.
Mhm. So I'm doing it backwards.
Well, I wouldn't say you're doing it backwards, but I'm saying you're giving yourself a speed bump that shouldn't be there. You're delaying yourself for no reason at this point. Not saying you're doing anything bad because you did great by even having a conversation. Most people won't even do that. Won't even talk to somebody. Hey, what do you got going on? Tell me about your other property. Now that we know he wants to sell it, we get it under contract. I mean, you can do what we call a desktop review. We know they only sell, for so much over there. And so, like I said, I would put them under contract for like 6,000. Then I would spend the energy of going to see it, marketing it, taking pictures, all of that stuff. Is that something you think you can do or not really?
I don't know. He's saying for me. I'm gonna actually have another conversation with him again because when I went to the one that I couldn't get to from the street, I'm like, no, we're not gonna be able to swing this. It's a lot of yard. It's
See, I wouldn't even focus on that. If you know it's something you don't want to mess with, don't mess with it. Just go to the one you want to mess with. Remember, you're the one who holds the keys to this castle. So you don't have to just, I want to sell them both. Great. If the numbers make sense, yeah, we'll do both. But if it don't make sense, we're interested in that one. Let's talk about that one there that we're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
And then see if you can get a deal out of that, if that, makes sense. Because I don't know all the details of this, and I don't want to get caught up in a lot of unnecessary stuff when we don't understand what we're really, getting into. Are we really solving a problem for him, or he just tired kicking to see what you're gonna say? Is this person even serious? I don't know, because I don't know him, and you don't either, really.
Yeah, but I said I would have another conversation with him anyway because even if I did get it locked up, I mean, I still have to have a price, right? To lock
How
it
low
up.
can you go? What's the lowest you would accept? That's a question.
Right. Yes, it is. Yes, it
That's
is.
a question for him. I mean, 10,000. I don't know. I mean, we need to leave. I mean, you got any wiggle room on that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, you think he can go a little bit lower? I mean, we pretty close, and he gonna probably come back and say, well, "What can you give me?" I mean, we close to the 5,000. Oh no, that's too low. That's too low. How close to that can you get? It's a simple conversation that happens every day, and I don't need to go see the property to have this conversation.
Okay.
What you think about that, Art? Is that making sense, or am I missing something?
Yeah, you're making perfect sense. I literally just locked up a deal either this morning or yesterday morning, but the same situation. Like, the property, I got it under contract for 11.5. I was trying to get a little bit lower than that, but should be a good number. I've done a couple deals in that area, but I just got them as low as I could, and I sent the contract, and then I'm gonna go look at it. Well, I'm gonna have a picture guy go look at it, and then we'll go from there. And if it don't work, then I'm gonna cancel it.
See if you'll cancel it. How did you find out?
Well, if the numbers don't work, I'm gonna try to renegotiate, go lower if we can. If that ain't gonna work and I have to cancel it, I will.
And that's how the game works. We cancel it within our due diligence period. Say you put a 10-day inspection period on there. Within that 10 days, you can cancel for any reason or no reason at all. So it's no fear of putting something under contract. Not saying we're just locking up people just to be doing it. We do want to get it low enough as we can get it for sure. If we're thinking about wholesaling it or even buying it for that matter. But you see what he just did? All he did was have a conversation, put it under contract. Now he spends his time, energy, effort, resources going to see it, having people go take pictures, taking down boarded up houses, all this work. I don't do no work till I got control of the deal. No work. I don't want to be going to go see houses and do all that until I got control of the deal. It don't make sense.
So with it under contract, you'll still go back to that person and renegotiate a price.
If it makes sense, yeah. So say you get it under contract for 7. Say y'all come to an agreement and you say, yeah, we're going to do it at 7. You send him the contract. He signs it, right? You go take your buyers, so-called buyers, out here to the property. They like it, but they only like it at 7. You're like, well, damn, I only got it at 7. I can't do 7 because I ain't going to make no money. Now we go back and renegotiate. We get it back and say, hey, man, we did our due diligence. We looked at everything. We got to be at 5,000. We got to be at whatever number. Now, here's a trick that I've done in the past, and I don't do it that often, but I just call back and say, hey, yeah, we need to cancel. We need to, that number's too high. We can't buy for that amount. And I let them come back to me and say, hey, I mean, we still want to sell it. I mean, what can you do? What number can you do? Then I hit them with the number we can do, 5,000, whatever you can say, depending on what your numbers are, because I don't know. But you got a buyer that wants it for X, your seller wants to sell it for Y, and you're going to zigzag into the middle and make your money like a flip. Is that making sense?
Yes. Makes sense to me.
And that's it. Between it, all of that, running over there to the house and stuff. If he don't have no wiggle room and he's not flexible on working with you, don't worry about it. If he is, work with him. We work with people who want to work with us. We're not begging anybody to do a deal with us. We're not pleading, please come work with me. That's never the position to be in. Which I know it's easy to fall into that, like, man, I need to get this deal. I need this money or whatever, life going on. But they can feel that on you if you come off that way.
Yeah, he's not gonna feel that. He's not gonna feel that. Definitely not.
What you think about all that, Justin? Is that the right plan of action, or would you look at this differently?
I say you can never. I remember one time I was in a situation where I owed some money, and I was very upset. And Ray said, "Justin, why you quit negotiating?" He said, "Never stop negotiating." I said, "Well, you know what? You're right. Why did I stop negotiating?" So
Everything's
Ray said,
negotiable.
Keep negotiating. I'll grab you on $1 trillion. Keep negotiating. Give me another 60 more days.
It's called the deal after the deal. You know, depending on who you're dealing with. Some people are reasonable. They'll work with you. Hey, you need some more time, or hey, you need this or that. They'll work with you. But some people are a-holes, and they're like, no, I want this. It's my money, and I need it now. They don't want to talk about all that. You have to figure that out through your conversation, not by going to see the house, not by spending a bunch of time, energy, effort, and resources on something that's nothing there anyway. So I want to cut you from that.
So it's 2 more houses around the corner from my job. I'm trying to get the information as to who owns them. And it's like True People Search will tell me one thing, and it so happened I saw one of them on Deal Sauce. I'm like, what is really going on? But the
Why
names
don't
are
you look
different.
at
The
the
numbers
county
are different.
assessor's the county's assessor's website?
They don't do that. They won't give us
Who
that
don't do
stuff for
that?
free. You got to pay for that stuff here in Illinois. You're not getting
No.
anything free.
No.
Okay, fine.
Uh-uh.
What county are you in?
Yeah, we finna look that up right now.
St. Clair.
St. Clair charge you to look up properties? Oh, yeah, that's
St.
all.
Clair County. Okay, you show me. Get in there. Inside. They told us even if you was doing some things on foreclosure, we're not giving y'all nothing on the site. Don't play.
Oh, St. Clair County Assessor.
Is this them right here? Is this your county? Is this Miss Jennifer Minton? St. Clair County, Illinois, right?
Uh,
Yeah, that looks like it right
Right
there.
here.
It is St. Clair County.
And home
St. Clair
search.
County is it is Illinois. Hold
So
on.
what's the address?
Hang on a second.
Because it looked like this ain't charging
Okay,
me.
one is 3306 Falling Springs Road, and the other one is 3300.
Hold on.
I got
3306. Oh, I put that in wrong. 3306. I got all the stuff backwards.
I
Falling.
got Sean and Melissa. I'm like, look, there's too many people now. Sean, Melissa, and then True People Search gave me a whole different name.
There they
Yeah,
go.
right there.
Voila, magic. And so just for the record, every county in the United States.
Hold on. How did you get this?
I just showed you. So first thing we do, let's go back to step one.
Wait.
We're gonna go back to step one. This can go this can go to any county in the United States. And I want to say all of them have a website. I don't know that, but I would say 99% of them have a website with this information on it. There's probably some little town somewhere that don't have a website, but that would shock me in 2025. But we went to St. Clair County, Illinois, the county of the property that we're looking up. And this is free. Don't cost anything. So I went to St. Clair County. I click right here where it says mobile home search, parcel and mobile home search. And this screen popped up. I put the address in and it gave you everything. Damn, y'all taxes high, $3,000 on them cheap houses? That's crazy.
That's cheap taxes in Illinois.
I know, but the house ain't worth that much to be charging no $3,000 a year. Am I unless I'm backwards.
In Illinois, crazy.
Yeah, I'll be getting that bread over there, man. So all this information is free in any county in America. You can look up a property. You don't have to have a subscription to nobody's sauce, nobody's source, or nobody's anything. All this is free information. So this is for anybody watching this on a replay later, like, oh, I gotta go get a subscription. That's not true. You need to understand how the game is played. There's free information for all of this stuff. Now, getting phone numbers and all of that may be free as well, but you may have to use a paid resource for that. But at least we have a point of contact, which is Mrs. Sherry Hobson. She owns this property. Does this make sense, Miss Bettina?
Okay, I got that. I
So
got that on one of them.
make sure you go to this site right here, St. Clair County. Well, I don't know what that say. CO. I don't want to say that. Just Google it. St. Clair County, Illinois assessors, or whatever county you are in America, assessor's office, and you can look up this information. It don't cost a penny. It took me 3 seconds. These are the little things that I want to make sure nobody's out here
Sponsored. Hold on. Sponsored.
paying money for this information that's free.
Sponsor. Okay. Wait a minute.
You knew about this, didn't you, Ray?
Yep.
Anywhere in America, St. Louis City, St. Louis County, St. Charles County, Jefferson County, Franklin County, all these counties in Missouri, Illinois, and everywhere else you can think of.
Wait a minute.
Right on their website. And this is the tax record, basically, is what it is. It's showing if they owe taxes. Do they owe taxes? Nope, zero balance.
Mm.
And they even tell what title. Oh, the title company paid it. Damn. Not in escrow. Paid by iPay online payment. It gives you some other information sometimes, even show you the warranty deed. So they bought this property back in 2011. So they got, what they've been in the house? About what, a few years now. And they break down all the details of why they paying $3,000 a year in taxes.
Okay, address search.
Any other questions about any of this, Miss Bettina, before we move on?
No, not at all. I'm on it now.
So what did you just learn?
I can actually get that information for free. Hold on.
$3.99. Cancel them subscriptions. Don't give nobody no more money. You're not
That
allowed
part.
to get no more subscriptions, Bettina.
That part.
Bettina, are you gonna call that guy and offer him $6,000 for that property?
You know what? Just on a humbug, I sure am.
You definitely got to be putting them offers in on all of these properties. The more offers that we put out, the better chance we gonna get a deal.
Just on a humbug, I'm gonna put it out there, and just because. And there's a few people that are looking for them, but they have to be under $7,000-8,000 because they're flippers too. But
Mr. Seller, I was looking at some of this stuff. I did take a look at the property a little bit. We are definitely interested. Would you consider $6,000 for this property? He gonna say something. Try to distract you. He gonna come back to it and stick to the script. No matter what he say, he gonna say something. I don't know what he gonna say. He might say, "Oh, I want to sell them both together." No, we're just really interested in this one. Would you take $6,000 for this one? You got to stay focused because they're gonna try to throw you off. That's the whole thing about life. People try to throw you off with stuff. We don't let them. We go on with a mission. If you even got to write it down on a pad, do not get off the phone with him till we get these points across, because they're gonna send you down a rabbit hole. Well, do you like my other house? And I got another house around the corner and this and that. All these distractions, and we're not getting distracted. We're sticking to the script. Does that make sense, Bettina?
yes.
But that's what I need you to do here. Is it too late to call him now?
Actually, it probably is not.
Because Justin calls right now. Even while he's taking a bite of that sandwich, Justin be like, right now. Justin, do not play when it comes to right now
Hold
stuff.
on. I'm going through my phone to get. Well, as a matter of fact, I gotta go down here. I think.
He is the king of the sense of urgency. Even if there is no urgency, we create urgency.
Right, be getting mad at him.
Okay, I got it. You ready?
What, you got to set another phone?
No, I'm getting ready to give you the number.
I said, for you to call. I don't know that, man.
I mean, cause how y'all gonna hear me call on the phone?
Bettina,
What?
You got this, Bettina. Just go and call him up, see if he'll take 6,000. Ain't no thing.
it ain't
Don't
no
even
thing. I just
Don't
gave
even think
you
about it.
I'm gonna try to do it while y'all on here.
Don't even think about it. Just go and call him.
Where that flip phone that you got?
It's in my hand. We're on it.
Where the other phone at?
It's a goner.
Nah, you got it. Just put that app on there I gave you before. It's free service. You can use that calling service. Don't cost a dime.
Oh, no.
You be trying to be slick, Bettina. I know you.
No, listen.
I know you more than you know I know.
See, y'all teaching me how to do all this stuff. I don't know how to do all that.
On
I
another
mess around.
device, not this phone, not the one you're on. Unless you're on your computer. If you get on your computer, then you can use your phone. See, look at it. You looked at the screen. You see how she did me, Art? She told us, "What computer? Big bright light."
Yeah. Bettina, just go ahead and call this man.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on.
So I'll give you a minute to prepare. So first of all, go onto this stream on your computer. Once you're on there, I'll bring you on the thing just like this. Then you can hang up from the phone and make the call. So I'll give you about a few minutes to work on that.
All right.
Can we go ahead and get this locked up tonight?
So go ahead and work on that. And while we do that, we're going to get in with Art. What's up, Art? What's been going on this week? Anything good cooking hot off the press?
Yeah, it was a decent week. Finally got keys to one of my sub 2 deals that's under contract. So they moved out and we're moving forward. And then I got a deal under contract. It was either yesterday or this morning, one of them. But I got a wholesale deal working. That was this morning.
Is one you're buying and one you're wholesaling?
Correct.
Cool beans. And the one you're wholesaling, what made you decide to wholesale it versus keep it?
Because it needs a ton of work, and I'm not into
Work
that.
that hard, huh?
Nobody got time for that.
Come on, they want you to go put $90,000 in a renovation.
I'm gonna sell it to the person who gonna do that 90,000. They could do that.
I know that's right. A lot of people don't realize that they can do that versus spending all their time, energy, and effort. Because flipping can be risky. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it out loud. Flipping is risky. Ain't nothing wrong with it if you're making enough money. What's the minimum you would have to make before you flip a property, Art?
I don't know. The question is, how much would I have to make to deal with janky contractors? I don't know.
Contractors.
Janky contractors, man. I'm a contractor myself. I'm telling you, contractors are janky.
So you know them for sure.
Oh yeah, janky junkies.
I know that's right. Well, that's part of the game we play in real estate. We help people who have problems with real estate. And so the property that needs a lot of work, how'd you find that one?
Cold calling.
Oh, okay. Your favorite way. So cold calling still works in 2025, going into 2026.
Yeah, for sure. Pretty cheap too. It's real cheap. If you do it yourself, especially, don't be like me. Don't do it yourself. Go hire somebody and hope they can teach you. Chris, why do people keep on hiring people to do stuff that they don't know how to do themselves?
Because they figure they're going to learn on a dime. I'm going to send you to the wolves and see if you can handle yourself.
They come back months later like, it ain't working.
Yeah, I always say if I ain't train them and show them what to do exactly, I don't even want them on the phone, really, because other than that, you just wasting time. Cool beans. Let's see here. Daniel, where you been hiding at? Daniel, I ain't seen you in a month of Sundays.
Work.
You been at work? Nobody on this
Yeah.
stream works more than Art, so you ain't got no excuse, Daniel.
It's 9 to 5 work, not that hustle. I'll get there one day.
Cool. You working on anything?
I think I PM'd you. I signed up for a Gator with Pace. So,
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah, I figured that'd probably be the best place for me right now.
What you trying to do? Lend money?
That and Bird Dog for some people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can start bird dogging today.
I'm always ready to go.
Where they at? You supposed to be a bird dog. Come back with a bird in mouth. You got any leads you working on?
Nah, not yet. I just signed up like a few days ago. So,
What market are you in again?
Virginia.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite markets. One of my biggest deals is done in Virginia. Bring it over here. I know what to do with it. I already got connects there. I already got a title company. I'm already ready. Just bring the opportunity.
757 area or where you at? Okay.
Yeah.
That's too easy. I'll do it over to you.
It was in Hampton Roads.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
$36,000, I think it was, on a house I never seen. I never even been there before.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely start bringing some over to you. Then.
Let's go. All we got to do is generate the leads. What are you going to do to generate that lead?
I don't know. What do you think is the best? You said go free. So where's your free?
Man,
You know, Virginia.
Man, I don't even waste no time. I go straight to the foreclosure list. That's just always popping in my mind. Always. If I need to go get a deal tomorrow, I would go scour that foreclosure list.
Out here, they don't give you a free foreclosure list like they do other places.
Well, let's see. Let's see if they do, because I just proved Bettina wrong on that. Let's see if we can prove. I don't know. You might be right, but I'm gonna see if I can prove you wrong. Have you ever been proved wrong before, Daniel?
Always. That's how you learn.
Let's go to auction.com. Free site, costs no money. What market you say? What zip code you want?
23666.
23666.
Yeah, that's the
You
Hampton
can stay
area.
out of that one.
I know they must got the 666.
Oh, no.
I thought I was hearing things. Here's the one right
That's
here,
it.
hot off the press. Hampton, Virginia.
Look like a demon house.
Look at that. Auction is October 7th. You can go knock on this door tomorrow morning or even tomorrow evening, preferably. Is this close to you here?
Yeah. That's the
I know
up and coming area right now.
It's occupied. Somebody living in it. And the auction's right there, Tuesday, October 7th. I thought you said they don't have no auctions there for free.
No, the list. If you go to the courthouse, they
I don't
charge
need a list. I
$100.
got a victim right here. What I need a list for?
See, you live, you learn.
A
No.
victim.
That's why you got to show up every week, because you're going to learn something new. Nobody leaves the stream without learning something new.
That's true. Yeah, I'm trying to get this work out of the way.
Auction.com, put in the zip code or the area you want to be in, and make sure to look for foreclosures, not bank owned. Bank owned is going to be something that's already been foreclosed. This here, if you can get in contact with the seller of this property, they can sign this house over to you.
What's that? Just a regular assignment, right? Regular assignment contract.
It's for whatever it is. I don't know. We need to talk to them and see what's going on. I don't even think that far ahead. I just want to go say, hey, man, have you did anything yet to stop this auction? And let them talk.
Alright.
Depending on
Yeah,
what they
yeah.
say, we're going to know what to say next.
Yeah.
Are you going to knock on their door? Or are you going to call?
I'm gonna kick down with them.
You going to knock on the door or you going to call them?
I'm gonna knock on the door. Out here, it's easier to knock than call. People hang up on your heartbeat out here.
That's if Jim don't beat you to it. No, he ain't this close to that. He in Virginia too. He be knocking on doors. So, but it's like a cute little house.
All right, I'm gonna start looking this week.
Look at that. Roof ain't that old. It's old, but it ain't that old. No sidewalks. Somebody threw their trash out with a doggy bin. Yeah. The grass is cut. They got the hose wrapped up properly, so that means they care for the house a little bit. See, a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you can tell about the pictures of this house, just looking at it from here?
I'm on a cell phone, so it's kind of hard to see. But
Yeah, it's kind of small. Oh well. But there's one lead right there. You don't need a list. You need one victim. You need one person who has a problem with their real estate. This person definitely has a problem because they got an auction coming up in about, what's that, 9 days, 8 days, something like that.
yes.
And this is the sweet spot. This is where they start getting worried. Like, man, I'm about to lose my house. What can you do to help? I'm glad you asked. Let me get you on the phone with Chris. He'll walk you through everything.
Yes.
But the first thing is we need to figure out what's going on with them through the 4 pillars, which is what, Daniel?
Can't even think right off the top of my head right now.
Do the same thing I gave Bettina. No more subscriptions or buying nothing else. You're not allowed to spend no more money on nothing else till you learn the basics. See, everybody want to go spend money and get stuff. Not saying nothing bad about you, Daniel, but I see it all over. Everybody want to go buy more courses, buy more subscriptions, buy more stuff when they ain't learned the basics yet. These are basic fundamentals. Master the basics and then implement. You don't need to spend no money.
There's an acronym for it. I just can't think off the top of my head with the acronym. But I know it's like, what's your pain point? What's your timeline? What's your price point? What's the other one? I can't think of the acronym.
You need some help, Art.
The 4 pillars is who was the baby mama? How long were they together when they was doing that? And then, Justin, help me with the other ones, man.
How many babies?
Oh, my bad. Let me unmute you.
The body count.
The body count.
4 pillars, man.
Hey.
Tricky.
Timeline, condition, motivation, price. Very simple.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah. That's it.
I mean, we kind of know it's timeline. They got an auction coming up in a week. But
Right.
what have you done to stop the auction? That's my question for him. Doom. Knock on the door. Hey, Mr. Bob, I was in the neighborhood and I was trying to see if you guys anything yet to stop the auction.
Right.
He's either going to say one or two things. What auction you talking about? Yeah, right. You know. Oh yeah, we took
Yeah.
care of it. Oh,
Right.
really? What did you do to take care of it? See, like
Yeah.
Becky,
Is he gonna knock on the door right
that's
now?
scary. Becky said it there. That's scary. People spending all this money on all this stuff, and we got to get the fundamentals down before we spend another dime on anything. Do not spend no more money or no more subscriptions on nothing. Not allowed.
I was close.
Forbidden.
I was close.
If my
I
name
just
was
didn't know
Becky,
the body count.
So that's the game. We go knock on the door, help these people out.
Got
What
it.
Bettina at? She supposed to be making that phone call. Let's get it.
I know, but Tina went off the screen. I ain't seen her no more.
Man.
Hold on.
She got to wait for those free minutes to come back on.
Oh no. Just download one of them calling apps. You be good to go.
Now, yeah, tripping.
My email.
Yeah, really.
So yeah, hopefully that kind of helps you out there.
Gotcha.
So that's you there. We talked to there. And I got a little something for you guys, a little treat. Let's see what
Oh,
I got.
Bettina.
I don't know where Bettina went. I'm about to call her. Hey, how you get off that phone?
Yeah, call her. We got pressure to close this deal.
She says her phone died. No, she ain't
Betty,
saying.
you almost ready to get her property away. All she got to do is ask for it.
You don't need electricity to do real estate?
You don't need electricity. That's the truth. How many deals have I done with houses no electricity? But Tina, we looking for you.
I'm trying to download the StreamYard on my laptop.
You shouldn't have to download anything. Go to Chrome. There's nothing to download. There's no downloading to do. You don't need to download anything. So you just click that link that you clicked originally, that second link to come into the stage. No downloading. I wouldn't do that to you. I make everything so simple, you feel like it's ready to pop like a pimple.
Before you lay your head on that pillow.
Make sure that bad boy
I
listed
gotta
on
check.
Zillow.
Hold on, I gotta check this email for.
Yep. So yep, just click that link and come back on the stage and we'll be waiting for you. Bye-bye.
You got your phone?
I see you again.
You gotta duck out. Somebody some, I gotta download. You ain't gotta download nothing dealing with me. See how we try to find a way?
I am trying not to. I promise I am.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
Man. Shoot me an
You
email.
got any of those
We'll
the
see.
sneaker ones you put
All
stuff on
right.
the page? Any cold ones?
Let's see. How do I get this off the screen?
What was that? Snicker bars? We got more of those.
That there.
Can you sneak me a handful?
He over here eating Snickers. Let's see here. I'm gonna do a presentation for you guys. A little basics of the seller financing. Basics. Remember, I just talked about doing some basics on wholesaling. So I'm definitely want to talk about some basics of seller financing. It's not that deep, it's not that complicated. You can definitely learn it. And here's the trick. You can learn it while you go. You don't even have to know everything. The first deal I did creatively, I learned it as I was doing it. I knew to put that bad boy under contract. I knew to get with the title company. I knew to have my paperwork straight, and I stumbled to the finish line. And I still own that house today that I bought in 2018. So for this here, seller financing 101. Let's get it. What is seller financing? Really easy. Seller financing is when a seller acts as the lender, allowing the buyer to make payments over time instead of going to the bank and doing all that stuff that Ray was talking about earlier, getting a 680 credit score, 720 credit score, tax returns, bank statements, W-2s, all that other stuff. You don't need any of this for seller financing. That is one of the benefits of it. The seller will now not just be the seller, they will become the lender for a seller finance opportunity. We'll put Bettina back in as we go through here. All right. And then why would you want to use seller financing? It's a faster closing. You don't have to go through all those appraisals and all the red tape that you go through to buy a house traditionally, which is good when you buy a house traditionally to go through all of that because you are going to be on the hook, for 30 years with this bank and all this other stuff. So That's why they take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sometimes 8 weeks or more to close a deal, depending on the situation. You don't have to get an approval from the bank because the seller is the bank. And if they like what you're talking about and you agree on everything, we can make a deal. No bank's approvals. It helps you buy with little to no credit, like we were just talking about. It doesn't matter what your credit score is because we're not buying using your credit. We're buying using skills to pay the bills, solving a problem for somebody. It creates a monthly income for sellers. This especially works out for sellers who are what we call tired landlords who don't want to deal with the property anymore. They can sell the house to you creatively and continue their cash flow without fixing on property. So it's beneficial for everybody involved. The key players is the seller. He's going to become the lender, like we said, and the buyer. They're going to pay over time. That's going to help you generate cash flow. And you want to make sure you have a good quality title company to execute these transactions. They're going to help you with making sure they have the proper paperwork to make the paperwork. Because if not, you're in trouble. We don't want you in trouble. We want you to win. Some of the common deal structures, there's many, but these are some of the most common ones. The land contract, one of Art's favorites. The land contract here in St. Louis or Missouri, known as contract for deed. Some other states may call it a bond for deed or some other type of title, but they're all basically a land contract. Basically, it's just a promise to pay for a future time. They don't have to record it. I teach to not record it if you're going to be the one that's buying it, or I'm sorry, that's selling it. But if you're buying it, I say to record it so you have some type of a record of what's going on, so there's no confusion. The other document or other structure would be the promissory note and deed of trust, or the promissory note and mortgage, depending on your state. Some states have mortgages, some states have deeds of trust. Here in Missouri, we have a deed of trust. So a promissory note and deed of trust is what we would use to create a seller finance deal. And then last but not least is the lease option, which is my favorite, is a lease with an option to buy. We don't have to buy, but we have the option to buy. We can get down into the details of that if needed. The down payment, it can be anywhere from 0 to 20%. It's negotiable based on what you can negotiate. The buyer's risk and motivation. Some buyers don't, you might come in and say, I'll give you 20% down. I'm not going into any deal offering 20% down. There's no reason to. When I bought a handful of properties for no money down, nothing down, probably just some closing costs with the title company, $1,000. That's one of our favorites. What's the lowest you've bought a house for, Art? 0 or
0.
So you be buying them no money down too.
I got one that I already bought no money down. I got one under contract, no money down.
That's how we do it, baby. So 0, that's what we like. I like it. And one of the godfathers of no down payment real estate investing, right there in that little book there, Carlton Sheets. I think he's been doing it since the 70s or something like that. And I learned some of the strategies I used from one of his students, which was Ron LeGrand. He's been doing it since 1981. So this stuff works and it's been going on your whole life and you just never knew it. Typical terms. The interest rates could be 0% to 10%, depending on what you can negotiate. Term length, anywhere 3 years to 30 years, 2 years to 30 years, depending on what you can negotiate. The longer, the better. And then you got to basically come up with the amortization schedule, which is going to show how much you're going to pay towards principal versus towards interest over that term of the loan. And then you got balloon payments. Now I'm going to see if anybody know on here, why would there be a balloon or why would there be a clown on here? Anybody got an idea?
The balloons?
Why is that clown on here?
Because clowns play with balloons.
That's right. That's number one answer. Balloons are for clowns. I don't put balloon payments if I can help it. I don't want a balloon payment. I want that thing stretched out a long time. The longer, the better, because that's cash flow for many years to come. So balloons are for clowns. So I don't really look to do a balloon. And when we talk about a balloon, we're talking about that basically it's going to pop. So we have a term. Say we do a deal with somebody, we're going to buy a house and we do a 5-year balloon, 60-month balloon. That means within that 60 months, we need to either cash the seller out by paying them off in full, or refinance and cash them out. But basically, the person who gave you the loan wants to get out of the deal within that time frame. I don't like to do balloons, but I will do one, but I prefer not to. If I do one, it's got to be 10 years or something like that. Something ridiculous where we can't lose. We don't want to make no mistakes. All right, so documents needed, like we said, the promissory note, deed of trust, or the mortgage, the sales contract, and the schedule. Those are just some of the basic documents we want to have, just so we can have everything outlined. We know what we're getting into. Here's an example of a deal. The house is $200,000. We're gonna put 10% down, $20,000. 20,000 down, and our monthly P&I payment is going to be $1,078. Our financed amount is $180,000. Remember, we put 20% or 10% down, which is $20,000, and our purchase price is $20,000. And when we do our amortization schedule, it'll break down that we're paying more interest on the front end than on the back end. That's what these banks do when you get a loan with a lender. They love to get you to pay a bunch of interest for the first 15 years, mostly interest. And advantages for the seller, because there's advantages for both in these seller finance deals. For the seller, it gives them a steady monthly income. It also gets them a higher sales price. You can sell for full-blown retail on a property that needs work. I do it all the time. Price is made up. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a deal right now with a guy. He's going to buy the house for $169,000 on a lease purchase, which is a little bit above ARV. ARV on the property is like $155, I think. How did I come up with the 169, Art?
I made it up.
Made it up, baby. That's what we do in creative real estate. I made up a price. That's the beauty of this stuff. You can make it up as long as the buyer and the seller agree. We can make it happen. And one of the other advantages for the seller, they can avoid a capital gains all at once because it's going over 1 year period. A lot of times people don't realize, those quick cash sales can be a big time tax implementation. It can be 30% taxes. That's a lot of money. Oh, I sold my house for $100,000. Well, 30 of that you got to send to Uncle Sam. What? That's not fair. That's how the game plays. But if you sell it this way on creative finance, on seller finance, you can soften that blow and put you in the long-term capital gains versus short-term capital gains, which is a whole other topic dealing with taxes. But just know it's beneficial to sell it over terms than to get a big lump sum. So you are taxed on the money you received, not taxed on the money you're promised. Remember that. You're taxed on the money you received, not the money you're promised. This, you're just being promised some money, so you're not being taxed on it until you actually receive it. So that's kind of why they play that way. Advantages for the buyer. It's easy qualification. It's no qualification. I mean, if you got a good mouthpiece, you can talk a good game, you can solve a good problem, you get the deal. You get flexible terms. Like I said, you can get a deal with no money down. You can get a deal with 0% interest. You can get a deal with 30 years on it that you never qualified for. You never went to the bank and got a loan and provided all those documents. And like we say, the faster closing. You can close next week when title work's done. 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, whatever. It don't take 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 days to get a deal closed. Skid marks to the closing table if somebody give you a house for no money down, 0% interest. Payment starts in 3 months. Skid marks to the closing table. What am I waiting for? They might change their mind. And the risk to consider, because with every investment, there are risks. Property could depreciate, could go down in value. The buyer could default. I mean, and that happens. And then you got the due on sale clause. In the event that you buy a house subject to the existing financing with a loan in place that the seller keeps in their name, and you as the buyer switch the deed to your name. A lot of people don't realize the deed and the loan are separate. They're not the same. We've been told our whole life, you got to pay that loan off when you buy that house. Simply not true. They can be separated because they're already separated. And what else we got here? How to find these seller finance deals. You can look for Free and Clear Homes. I mean, there's data brokers out here that you use all the time. I know they like PropStream, Deal Sauce, PropWire, and all the others that's got these free data that you can pull. You can work with other investors or wholesalers or real estate agents to bring you these opportunities. You can also, use the scripts that we use to offer these deals creatively. What other ways that you know of, Art, you can find a seller finance deal?
You already said list and working with investors. I can't think of nothing else right now.
What about
Facebook.
what about a for sale by owner?
Yeah, if they haven't, if it's free and clear, just so happen to be for sure.
That's correct.
So basically, really, every marketing channel could lead to one of these bandit signs on your vehicle. So back to the same old thing of always just marketing.
A damn hat to say I buy houses starts the conversation. A sign, the bandit signs. All of this stuff works. So this is why we implement into our strategy on every conversation. We pitch some of this creative stuff on every deal we talk to because it works for some people. It may solve their problem. In fact, I would almost argue creative real estate can solve every problem in real estate if you structure the deal correctly. It can solve all the problems beyond what a cash deal can do, what a go get a loan type deal can do, because your loan could say, no, we changed our mind, you don't qualify if you go get a loan to buy a house, or you can fall out of escrow for some reason, or don't appraise. All these things, these red tape that you can run across when you're doing traditional real estate versus creative real estate. So any other ways we can find these seller finance deals? You got any of them, Bettina, or anybody else?
Facebook Marketplace or Facebook groups.
Facebook Marketplace. That's right. There's people in them yard sale groups right now saying, hey, I need to sell this house. Or they putting up, I got a yard sale, a garage sale. I message those people. Hey, you got a yard sale coming up? Great. Did you sell the house yet? Simple questions. See, everybody try to make this stuff complex. I try to make it so simple where you can't mess up. A simple question. Did you sell the house yet? You're assuming that they're going to sell the house. But they may not be. They might say, I already got a realtor. Or are we going to list it? Are we going to clean it up and stage it? Like a lady we went to see this weekend here right around the corner. It was a garage sale right around the corner here. I went over to her house, and I'm looking like, y'all got a lot of stuff out here. You got any furniture you're selling? That was my wink, wink, kitty to the house. Uh-oh, what is that? Oh, this Bettina. Let me mute Bettina. I said, yeah. I said, yeah, y'all got any furniture you selling? Because, you know, I got a furniture store, too. So I was looking for furniture. So she took me in and showed me the house. Beautiful house. Kind of messy and junky, but the house looks great. I'm like, yeah, I'd like to just buy the house with all the stuff in it. Y'all don't have to do this yard sale and staging and all that. So they were having the garage sale to get rid of some junk or stuff, I should say, so that they can stage the property to list it on the market and try to sell it for top dollar. I said, what if we just bought the house as is? You don't have to go through all this because I know you don't really want to do all this. So this was like a family of, I don't know, 5 or 6 people, a grandma, a sister, a daughter, an auntie. It's like 5 or 6 people out there all doing a garage sale, selling nominal value stuff. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Y'all wasting y'all time. Let me buy this house as is. However, they had the property already locked in with the agent. So we're going to see what happens with that. I'll just follow back up with them. I did give her my card and my information and stuff. So we'll just stay in contact with them. If things don't work out with that real estate agent, because they're trying to get $365,000 for this house. I looked it up too, by the way. They only paid $200,000 for it. I said, damn, you bought it for $200, it's worth $365 3 years later or 4 years later. That's real estate, baby. Don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. So that's the deal that may come up, may not come up. Who knows? But we started the conversation and I bought a few things from her. So everybody was happy. An example of a good deal. Buying a house for the loan balance. That's Justin's favorite. Is that your favorite, Justin? Oh, I can't unmute you. Oh, they chose. I say because they chose to mute themselves.
Yeah, that's my favorite 100%. I ask that question. I try to ask the question every call.
Would you sell it for what you owe on it? Would you sell it for what you owe on it? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, all we're doing is asking a good question and letting them respond. Their response is going to tell them how we're going to deal with them. Because some people might just say, yeah, I'll sell it for what I owe. I just want to get from under this thing. I can't take it no more. Oh, really? Sign right here. The down payment, nothing down, little to nothing down. Monthly payments, we can either take over payments or just create a seller finance deal and we can exit on a lease option. So my example, real life of a good deal is little to nothing down, low monthly payments for as long as we can. Very easy. Little to nothing down, low monthly payments for as long as we can. Now, is the price a factor? Yes, but not really. Because we're going to make so much money on this property, it ain't going to even matter because it's cash flowing. long as somebody gets in there and they're paying you, you take their money, pay the underlying debt, and keep the change. Very easy. So with all that being said, final thought, seller financing is a powerful tool in the investor's toolbox. How good is your toolbox? Master the paperwork, build trust, and structure win-win deals. It's just that simple. It should not be that hard. Any questions on the lesson? Questions, Bettina? I know you got a question.
You know I do. Oh,
Come on with it. There's no such thing as a bad question.
okay, so there's this girl at my job that is she got into real estate. I think she's a broker. She's a new broker. And I introduced her to somebody in the sub 2 group, but as a broker because she wanted to get up under somebody that was already, I guess to work under a broker. Anyway, so she's looking for some property over in your area, St. Louis. Says it has to be because they're doing that co-living thing. So,
House for her right now.
huh?
I have a house for her right now.
For co-living?
Yes. We do real estate in real life. Yes.
Okay. So, I'm going to end up giving her your number so that she can check out those properties you got and pick and choose from whatever. But anyway, she's about to leave Amazon altogether too. So, but she's already in it because they're already flipping. So all she needs now is more properties for more co-living.
That's what they say. Are they buying?
And
how are they buying?
she don't know anything about creative finance and all that good stuff yet. So
is she buying cash or is she getting a loan from a bank?
I'm not sure. She
Gotta
got to probably be getting a loan from the bank because her credit's so damn good.
So this is why we want to ask these questions with people. Yes, we know everybody want property, right? Everybody want real estate. We know that.
Yeah.
That's given. Everybody. How are you buying? Are you buying cash or are you using a loan? It's just to understand who we're working with because we got to know, do we send her wholesale deals like cash houses that need work, or are we sending them properties that's turnkey, move-in ready? Are they paying top dollar retail? What are they doing? There's always more questions.
Right.
So I always say get really good at asking good questions and understanding where people are coming from because that's going to help you navigate how to put them in the right filter.
Okay. Well, I'll see her tomorrow anyway, so I'm gonna hear with those questions. How does she want to buy it? Is she
Any questions about here? Taraya has a question, I think.
Come on with it.
I don't have a question.
Oh my God, Taraya.
I know. I mean, I don't because you're such a great teacher that you answered all of my questions. So.
I agree. I agree.
She got all that. Keep her nearby, just
I got a question.
Say she's the keeper.
All right. Who said they had?
Yeah. All right. So when it comes to the person going to buy the house on the lease option or whichever direction we go, how do you find or market to people who are looking for creative deals?
Before you lay your head Zillow, make sure you list it on Zillow. So what you're talking about, who got an echo here? Or is it, that's your phone doing it? Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry about that. I was like, what is this echo? All right, so here we go. Marketing, just like we do everything else. Signs in the neighborhood, marketing on the internet, on Google. Oh, I'm not saying, yeah, it can be Google if you wanted to. Facebook Marketplace, Zillow. We got to market and make some noise and let people know we exist. That's really the moral of the story. We're marketing, and we're always marketing. Marketing for motivated sellers, marketing for tenant buyers, if we're going to play that game of tenant buyers. So I don't want to get confused with what we're talking about here for this slideshow. It depends on what we're looking for. We want to market though. We have to find the people. If you don't go out there and make sure they know you exist, how they gonna know you exist? How do we make this kind of creative strategy a win-win on our end? Great question, Devin. We figure out what we want to do. So remember the slide before this where I said my idea of a good deal, and this can be anywhere in America, little to nothing down, low, L-O-W, low monthly payments for as long as possible. That's all I really care about. Because if I get that means I can install a tenant buyer with a more of what I'm paying low. Say I'm paying low at $800 and he paying $1,300. I'm making $500 a month, passive cash flow on a house I don't have to manage or do anything with. So that's what we're looking for when it comes to that. We're looking for a little to nothing down, low monthly payments for as long as possible. That's how we make sure it's a winning solution on our end. Hope that answered your question there. And were there any other questions on this here? I know Justin has a question. No, Justin, I'll never have questions.
How can I do a wraparound? How can I do my first wraparound wrap deal?
So what position are you in?
Let's say I'm, the buyer. No, when you do a wrap, ain't it you the middleman basically?
So let's get back to the fundamentals. I don't necessarily teach to go to a wrap. You can do it, but I don't use that as a strategy right out the gate. Somebody got to really be knowledgeable to even know that stuff exists for me to even do a deal like that. Because I would rather do a contract for deed or a lease option generally. So I don't wrap mean you're going to go get a new promissory note and a new deed of trust and record against the property, which means you've literally sold the property, which means you have relinquished your benefit of owning the property. You can't write it off on taxes and stuff anymore because you sold it. So I'm not necessarily looking to sell on a wrap. Now, if you're in Texas and one of those markets where you have to do that kind of strategy, yeah, you have to because that's just how that game is. But here in St. Louis, I wouldn't necessarily try to do a wrap around mortgage because that's creating a new promissory note, new deed of trust for no reason. Yeah. I mean, is there a reason you would want to do a wrap?
Nope, I definitely not no more. I didn't know the thing about having
so yeah.
recorded. So
let me break it down.
Property and then you allow someone to, or you're middleman in a deal.
So let's keep it clean here. So say I got a house creatively from somebody, like that example that was on that slideshow. But I didn't even give him $20,000 down. I gave him nothing down. My favorite, or Art's favorite, nothing down. So I got nothing in the deal. Let's say $1,000 in closing costs with the title company. So I got $1,000 in the deal. What my first number one go-to plan of action is to market to find what we call a tenant buyer for a rent to own lease option. That's my number one exit strategy right off the rip. Lease option, which I'm going to go find somebody who's going to give me 5, 10, 15, however much I can get the marketplace to give me down to move into the property. Say somebody said they're going to give me 10. Somebody's going to give me 10,000. Remember, I'm only in it for 1,000. I've already netted $9,000 in my pocket already. First profit center, $9,000. Then we have the monthly payment. We want to get that as low as possible. If we either took over a payment that's low or we structured and created a deal on the seller finance that's low, and I'm just going to use $800 as low because that may not be low enough. We like low though. Let's say $800 a month is my payment to this person on this seller finance deal. $800 a month. I find somebody who's willing to give me $1,500 a month, which is more closer to market rents on the property or market rent, $1,500. So I'm going to cash flow $700 a month each and every month while I hold this property and they live in it. So I already banked the first $9,000 from my first profit center and I'm already banking every month the passive cash flow, $700 per month each and every month until they either go and get a new loan and cash me out or until they go get some type of private financing and cash me out. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm just collecting a month, taking that monthly payment, paying the underlying debt, keeping the change each and every month. That's my number one thing. Now, if somebody's like, oh, no, I don't like that strategy because my monthly payment isn't going toward the principal payment. Some people say that, not a lot. Some people don't think like that. Some people just happy to get into a house. but we always position this as a program. This is already made. We're just putting you into our program that we already got going. So that's how you keep from being slid to the left, slid to the right. Oh yeah, can you do this? Can you move this around? No. We have a program already set up. This is how our program works. Let's see if you're a good fit. And that program is what I just explained a second ago, the monthly payment on a lease with an option to buy. Now, if somebody's more advanced or they know a little bit more like me, I know I wouldn't get into a deal on a lease option, generally speaking, because I know too much. I know that stronger position would be to get the deed, which is full ownership. And that's getting to what you were just talking about a second ago, the wraparound mortgage. If I did a wrap, that means I'm transferring the deed to them. And now I'm in second lien position under the underlying debt that's already on the property. I don't want to create all this extra stuff for no reason when people don't even know to ask for this. Or a middle ground between that and the wrap would be the contract for deed, aka land contract, which means you're going to write up all of these terms the same way you were doing a second ago on that wrap, but you're going to do it on a contract for a deed, which means they have to fully pay for it before that deed transfers to their name. Is that making sense, Justin? Or did I go too deep in the rabbit hole?
100%. I got one more question. So, with a lot of these people, I'm getting phone calls in and stuff, and I'm doing the strategy of asking them asking the open-ended question about how much money can they put down, right? So they give me the number, it's lower than the number that I want, or it's lower than the 10%. I say, is that the most you can put together, right? And then they go, no. What do you think is more effective? Do you think if I just tell them the number that I want, or the lowest number that I would like, or to keep it open-ended and allow for them to fill it in?
I keep it open-ended. I mean, it just depends on what they're saying. If they say a number that's close to your number, then yeah, you can do that. But if they like way off, I need 10 grand. Like, I got $2,000. I'm not putting nobody in no house for $2,000 because it costs more than that to get them up out of there. It costs that much to evict them if they don't act right. Unless you got a discount on a good attorney.
I would say, would you though, if you're asking them an open-ended question, right, and saying how much can you put down? Okay, they give you a lower number. Would you then tell them, well, this is actually the number I was looking for. Do you think you can get closer to that? Or would you just say, since they told me a number that's not close, I'm just done with the conversation?
You could do it the way you just said. I mean, it just depends. It depends on the conversation. There's no right or wrong. It just depends on how you like to negotiate, how you like to communicate. If somebody gives me a number that's close to the number, yeah, I mean, if you can come up a little bit, we probably could work with you.
So I just took a phone call from a lady, and they were trying to. So first of all, their mindset was incorrect because they was trying to do a traditional rental. I'm like, I don't do traditional rentals. I'm like, I have this property over in Illinois that you can take a look at or whatever. And they were like, okay, cool, right? So they had $3 grand, which was what the owner was looking to get for the property, and then they were going to be able to pay the $800-900 for that. But they already had said that they're moving out of their current place because they're going up to $1,000 in rent. So I wouldn't even have shown them the condo because we too far apart as far as expectation on rent. And then they've already said that they only had $3 grand. Now I could have been like, oh, could you come up a little bit more? Which they probably could have, possibly, I don't know. But when they were talking about they were moving from a place because of the $1,000 rent, I'm like, it ain't no point in me running down a rabbit hole. Either you like this Illinois property or, that's it.
Whack them. If they ain't talking right, off my phone. I don't even play no games with them. If I'm on the phone with somebody and they're not even talking in the right direction, hey, I got another phone call coming in. I got to go. I mean, what we doing? You got to have a down payment. You got to have an income. If you don't have that stuff, everything else I say won't even matter. It don't matter if you love the house and if this house will be great for me and my family. All of that won't matter if you ain't got no money for our program. Because we get asked all the time, what about the credit score? What about this? What about that? That's up to you if you run that. I don't care about somebody's credit score. You got 20 grand down, we can find your house to get into. I promise you. So that's kind of how we run that. And I don't really You know, and that comes back to the beginning fundamentals of this: getting properties in good areas. Because when you get into these bad areas, you get all these extra problems that's going to be harder to deal with. Not impossible, but it's going to be harder. No question about that part. When you get it now, if this property was in St. Charles, how fast you think somebody be on it? They be fighting over, hey, I got 50 grand. Damn, where you come up with that much? I ain't even trying to get that much. Or you get out here in Lindbergh School District, you get in a grade A school district, you be like, damn, I can sit back and wait and get 60 grand off somebody. And they'll drop that money. You know, and that's just how serious it is. Real estate is location, right?
Well,
That's what they told me.
What
Location.
to sneak off before making that phone call?
She ain't even on here no more. Her thing that went off or something. Let me see here.
Man, she's supposed to make that call. She can still make it. It's before 8:30.
Been an hour. Did you have any questions or comments on any of that we just went over, Art?
No, not at this time.
Pretty standard stuff.
So, Chris, can you describe a situation in which a buyer would use a wraparound mortgage?
If I was buying it, I'd buy it on a wraparound mortgage. So say if I had a seller that had a subject to deal and they were like, oh, no, I'm scared because of this. I'm scared. No. We could buy it on a wrap. It's not, it just makes them feel better. It doesn't really change anything on our end. It's more papers, more documentation, but it just makes them feel better. So whether you could do that through communication and through negotiation, or you have to actually drop the hammer and just do the paperwork to make them feel better. On a savvy investor like myself, like if I was buying it, I know, hey, I'm doing it on a wrap because I want the deed.
But a sub 2 is really like above a wrap.
I would never tell anybody to necessarily sell on a sub 2. I would never sell on a sub 2 because I'm relinquishing my power because I have no legal recourse to get my property back. I just have a moral recourse to say, oh, they promised, and I don't live in that world. We want to live in a world where we can actually foreclose and get the property back if needed. If worse came to worse and all hell broke loose, we can always foreclose because we got the promissory note and deed of trust, which is our instrument we use to foreclose on somebody. But if you just did it another way, you don't have any way to foreclose. So a subject to, she said she's still listening, but she's coming to re-enter. I did something wrong to my mic. Oh, okay. She's still on here. She just can't talk.
Come on, Bettina, go ahead and make this phone call. Let's get it.
Come on, Bettina.
She said she'll be back.
Come on, Bettina. You gotta lock up a contract tonight, Bettina.
Somebody calling you right now, Justin.
St. Louis cash buyers, how can I help you?
Hi, I saw your house you had for rent to own.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, I like it. I want to get it. How much I'm gonna need to put down to get that?
Okay, great. So what we do is we do rent to own. It's a great program for individuals who are looking to actually become homeowners. So we're transitioning individuals like yourself. Do you think that'd be something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, for sure. How much I need to put down?
All right. So the way it works is it's not about background or credit or anything like that. The way it works is you actually your down payment is what qualifies you for the property. We usually look for about 10%. What property did you actually have interest in?
The one at 123 Future Cash Flow Road.
Gotcha. So that property is actually the asking price for that property is $80,000. The way it works is your down payment goes towards your purchase price, and then you make your monthly payments until you actually could qualify for either a mortgage or you use cash to actually purchase the property. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, perfect. Okay.
So 10% of that 80,000 will be $8,000. How close to that could you get?
Well, I think we're gonna be doing our taxes coming up here. You take a Section 8 voucher, right?
No, sir.
Oh, I thought they would say rent. So it's not like a rental, like I could do like my Section 8 voucher.
No, sir. The way the program is set up, we only do rent to own. This is for people who want to become homeowners.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean we got some money, but it ain't 8,000.
Okay. What can you put together?
Probably like 3, maybe 3 or 4.
Okay, you're a little low. That's more of a rental deposit. This right here is a lease purchase. Is there any way you could put together a little bit more to try to see if we're able to get something together for you?
Yeah, I think I can borrow like two grand from Art. He can loan me 2 grand.
Okay. Here's what I can do.
If he
If
rub his
you-
eye, he really can give me 4 grand. So that'll give me enough. Just for rubbing his eye.
Damn.
If he rubs it again, another 4,000.
Three-
You get a
three-
4K. You get a 4K.
Okay, so that's about 7 grand. What I can do is I can send you 3 offers based on the rent, based on that $7,000 down payment, and then we can see, if we able to make this work for you. How does that sound?
I was trying to go see it.
Oh, okay. Let me get you over some numbers first. Let's get some agreement going on the numbers. That way, we don't waste your time.
Oh, okay. That's fine. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
All right, I'm gonna text it over to you. Appreciate you.
Thank you. All right, Justin. How do you think you did?
Yeah, I think I did good. Flawless victory.
He said fatality. All right, Taraya. Be honest. How do you think you did?
Putting me on the spot, Chris.
Taraya heard these calls all day. What do you think, Taraya?
I'm just a spectator.
I mean, do you feel like that was a good flow though?
I think it's a good flow. I'm always listening to these calls with obviously with my attorney's ear on, so I try my best to turn that off because my ear is different from a salesperson's ear. I think it's a good call. I think I put myself in the shoes of the person on the other side. I don't think I would be receptive to that style of communication if I was on the other end, personally. But if it works, then I say keep doing it.
Okay, great answer. What do you think, Art?
Let me ask this real quick. If there was a amazing home in St. Charles that you really, really like and you really want to move to St. Charles and you were qualified and able, would you feel comfortable with that call? If you're willing to put 20 grand down on this beautiful home that you really like, that you don't qualify for currently, would that call feel uncomfortable to you?
Things that would make me uncomfortable with the call is I have more questions. Like when you said, can I go see the property? And your response was, wait until I get you under contract. That probably would have been like, for me. But again, these are people who are obviously rent to own is probably you're doing that for a reason. So like I said, it wouldn't necessarily work for me, but that's a good question. If I wanted this home in St. Charles, maybe I can't get it through traditional banks. Maybe my thought process would be different. So I think it's a great, I hear this speech a lot, and I think it's a great flow. I think you have a great flow to it. And if you didn't understand rent to own before you got on the phone with Justin, I think you would understand it by the time you were done with the call for sure.
Number one answer. Great answer. What did you think, Art?
Like Taraya said, I think he did a really good job of explaining how the process works. He did let them know what the down payment needed to be or what they're looking for. Couple things that I would have done different is once we establish if they have enough for a down payment, I would let them go see the property at that point right away. And so we know they got enough money. Now we need to know if they actually like it, and then figure the rest out, because they don't really know if they like it or not just over the phone call. So the numbers are kind of irrelevant at that point. So for you, if they got a down payment that you want, let them see it and then go from there. And then one other thing was, I forget what the question was. At the beginning of the call, he asked how much was the down payment or something. And then it kind of like you wasn't like direct enough, in my opinion, on that. You kind of like went around it, but then you did go back and answer it anyway. But you know, you can just get them the answers they're looking for and then keep it going from there too. But overall, I think it was a good call, and you definitely did good of explaining everything for sure.
Yep, agreed. And that's the thing, yeah, because it's just like when we do sales. How we selling something and we don't, and a person don't know if they want it. They haven't seen the house. They might have seen some pictures or might have seen a sign in the yard. They might have seen something, but when somebody goes see it and they've been in it, like, man, I love this house. I can see my little daughter in that room. My little son can be in that room. Now they're motivated to give you money. It's a better position. But yes, screen them to see if they even got something before we even start showing them a house. If you ain't got no money, ain't no reason to even talk to you. But once they've said, yes, I like it, my next thing is, would you like to go see the house? Or I'll show it to them at a certain time, or tomorrow, the next day, whenever I want to show it to a group of people. I want to set that up, a 1 hour open house. So I think it was a good call overall, but definitely you got to, like Tariah said too, that you have to think, what is the seller hearing? What is the tenant buyer hearing? They're hearing, oh man, you want me to fill out an application? This might be a scam, and it is people out here scamming. I don't want to even be anywhere near a scammer's box. Any other thoughts on Justin's call there from anybody here?
I got a question.
Sure.
So let's say they had 6,000 versus the 8,000. Would you roll the rest of that money into their payments as an option?
No. I keep their option fee money separate from their monthly payment. I never put that stuff together because I don't want them to feel like this is a loan, because this is not a loan. This is a lease with an option to buy. So I always keep those two things separate.
Okay. All right. And then would you also do like a deposit to go see it? Or if they like the house, then do a deposit? How would you structure that?
So yeah, once they've identified, yes, they've seen the property, yes, they want the property, and they've done the application and we got some numbers and everything's agreeable. If we're going to close, say tomorrow or the next day, that's fine. But if they're like, hey, we need to close in November. Oh, for it to be November, we're going to have something down to hold the property that long. So that's when I would get a deposit if I'm going to hold it for several weeks or, a month in advance or something like that. Because we got some people like that too now, but I don't think I want to wait to November. I'm ready to install them and get that house occupied so it ain't on my books no more. Because a vacant house, nobody's making money on that, right?
No one but IRS.
The tax people. Any other questions or comments about Justin's call? Because Justin, guess what? You get to call me now. You're the tenant buyer.
Ring, 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 ring.
Hello, and thanks for calling.
Yeah, this Chris.
This is. How can I help?
Hey man, you still got that property on the south side, man, of Manchester?
Yeah. Were you interested in it?
Yeah, man, I saw your sign on the front, man, and your picture and everything, and you're all over the internet world and all that stuff. And what you want for that piece of property, man?
Yeah, so that property is part of our lease purchase program, and the way that works is a down payment is required to move into any of our homes. 100% of that down payment would go towards the purchase price of the home. You then have a monthly payment that you would make for a period of time, but eventually you would need to either go and qualify for a loan from a bank or use some type of private financing, because what we do is a lease option. Buying it is optional, but the down payment, that is required. What do you think you can come up with to put towards a down payment?
Now, when you say lease option, what that mean?
You're going to lease it with an option to buy it at a future time if you decide. What do you think you can come up with to put towards a down payment?
What do y'all usually require as a down payment?
We actually don't have any specific requirements, but what I will say is the more you put down, the lower your monthly payments could possibly be, as well as better terms. What do you think you can come up with?
What about my credit?
It won't really matter for this.
Okay.
Everything's based off the down payment. What do you think you can come up with as far as a down payment so I don't waste your time?
So you say even if I have a criminal background, you said that y'all, as long as I come with a down payment, you gonna let me into this house?
Money talks and BS walks. What do you think you can come up with?
You know, man, I got about 15 grand.
15,000. And this house you think would work for what you're looking for?
As long as my monthlies are under 1,500, I think we can make something happen.
Okay,
Is that
sounds good.
possible?
And then how soon were you looking to get into a place?
Tomorrow,
Okay, and when would you like to see this one?
today.
Okay, let's say about 30 minutes from now. Will that work?
Yeah, that works for me.
All right, we'll see you there in about 30 minutes.
Okay, see you in a minute.
All right, see you soon. Click. I would hang up, then wait about 10 minutes, and then I would send them the lockbox code. The lockbox code to that door is 1234. Please lock everything back up and text me when you're done. How hard was that?
Even though he a criminal, you'll still let him in like that.
He's like 15 large, make them long, make them strong.
Depends on the conversation. You know, they don't normally tell you they're a criminal or got a background. It won't really matter because they still a person that need a house. What can they do? Go over there and steal the water heater?
So would you require like a picture of their ID or anything before they go over there?
You could do that, but I don't do that. You could if you wanted to.
That's a good idea.
You could add that into your implementation. So remember, this lease purchase program is literally that, a program you created. I'm giving you the framework. You can make it to how you want it. If you want to add some extra things like, hey, send me a copy of your ID and we'll get you in there, and they can definitely do it. You can implement that. That's not a problem.
Personally, I've learned that the more that I try to get them to do up front before they go see the property and all that, thus the more people that don't make it to the bottom of that funnel.
Yeah,
they be like, man, I ain't doing all that. Every
you
time
put more red tape in there. You're right, Art, and that's why I don't do all that. You can. That's why I say you can definitely do anything you like in your business. I don't do that. I don't have any reason to add red tape for them. It's enough red tape. I'm trying to make it easy to get to the next step. Especially if he just told me he's looking to get into a place tomorrow and he got 15 large and I got $1,000 in his house. I'm about to go meet him myself. If I have to meet you or send you the lockbox code if I can't meet you.
And plus, after they see it and like it and envision themselves into it, like Chris was saying, they willing to hurry up and jump through those hoops at that point. You need the application, you need their ID, you need their deposit, you need them to show up here. They're going to do all of it right away because they want that property.
Yep. And if they don't know, we have several people interested in that home. Did you want to move forward with it or not? Even if it's only them. They're like, oh, somebody else want, I got to hurry up. Creating urgency, one of Justin's favorite things.
All right, so I got a like off the wall question then, because I'm going back to my sales as a car guy. Anybody with $15,000 or $10,000 or more has to show that IRS form crap. We ain't got nothing to do with worry about that, right?
0%. That's a waste of energy. No, that has no
I don't
effect.
even know the IRS. I ain't never seen the IRS.
Nobody has.
Who is that?
Last time I heard from them, they sent this. My EMD deposit is always ready. So yeah, don't create extra barriers. There's no reason to. And you can kind of feel a person out if they sound sketchy, like, I'm really just tire kicking, I'm just playing games. You'll know if you're talking to somebody who's seriously interested in a property. And if you don't know, you'll learn quick. And if worse come to worse, just go meet them at the house. You don't have to give them a lockbox code. I'm just telling you what I do. Because this house is all the way across St. Louis. I'm not driving 30 minutes to go show them a house right now. Unless they talking like he said 15, 20 grand. I might have to go meet you now. Because we're going to get this deal closed if I got to come show up myself. Because I just met a dude over there last week. He was like, oh, yeah, I can do this and that and the other. I meet him and his wife over there. He was like, oh, yeah, what we going to do about the work? I said, what work? He talking about some paint on the kitchen wall. I said, that's paint. What are you talking about? What work? What you see is what you get. I mean, if you can handle it, great. If you can't, I wouldn't mess with it. I mean, I'll let them know. I'm not looking to create a problem. That's why we want you to check the property out. Make sure it's something you like. If you like it, we can move forward. If not, no harm, no foul. We walk away as friends. But I'm not going to create problems just to be creating problems. There's enough of that out here.
Pretend to call that seller. I can't hear you. All I hear is excuses.
Ha!
Can you hear me?
Bettina.
Can you hear me now?
Bettina.
Can you hear me?
Let's go and call him right now. Let's get it.
You got him on the phone? You ready?
Yeah, right. Okay. Ring,
Go
ring.
ahead. You got the floor.
No, call the actual seller.
I just told you I can't do that. I tried.
Oh, what happened?
Why?
Well, because if I call them, I can't have y'all on the phone
I thought you was
because
getting
I'm
on the
live.
computer. What happened to
I
the
was
computer?
trying. You know what? I ended up downloading StreamYard, and it's instead of it allowing me to get in that StreamYard. Well, I mean, it's downloaded now, but I don't want no personal StreamYard.
Can I tell you a secret, Bettina?
Give it to me.
I ain't never downloaded StreamYard, and we on it right now. So I don't know how you had to download StreamYard.
Well,
There's
on
nothing to
on
download.
my cell phone, no, on my cell phone, it's easy because I got the link. I typed the link in thinking that it would allow me to join, and it didn't. Instead, it
You
made me
typed it in.
download it.
Did you click the link or you typed the link?
I typed the link
It was probably a
because
mistype.
I don't have any click on my computer, but I do have it on my cell phone. If you send it to my email, I can get it out my email.
It's in your email
Send it
twice.
to my email.
It's in your email twice today. I set all these systems up.
No, not in my
Everybody here
email.
got it from the email.
Okay,
No,
I'm going to my
Chris, I do have to take the
Go
text
get
and
it from
then I
my
send the
email.
text to my email and then I click on it from there.
Hold on.
So she
Make my
probably just got
email
to do
now.
that.
It's in your email too, though, right, Art? Are you not on the email
It
list or something?
Sometimes
don't
I
go to
get
my
the
email.
email, sometimes I don't.
I sent it twice. I sent it this morning or something, and then it sends at 7 when we go live.
And I'm
I
typing
got 2
in.
emails.
Right. It comes out. It's automatic. It's pre-timed and scheduled already.
It comes to mine. It comes to my cell phone. It don't come to my email though. It comes to my text. It don't come to my email.
Same, Chris.
Sell it yourself so we can make the call. Let's get it.
No, Chris, it's the same for me on that. I get the text, but not no emails.
Send it to my email.
Virginia, you email it to yourself and then
You have
go
it.
ahead.
Yeah, you have it on your phone. Just use the link you just used to send it to yourself. You know, I can't send you an email to yourself.
Oh, you know what? Damn. Hey, good looking out, Justin. Hold on.
You're trying to give me
Y'all
more
got-
work to do.
Y'all gotta lose me for a minute, but don't go nowhere.
Don't be trying to create no work for me now. So yeah, that's what we got. Any other questions, Daniel, about any of that? I know we got down a rabbit hole a little bit there. I want to make sure you understand what we're doing.
No, it's simple. My biggest thing is I don't want to have too many people coming in bringing more problems. That's simple enough. Just calling somebody and say, "Hey, you got the money? Yeah, all right, let's move forward." You
But
ain't
this is
got it.
not even your problem right now. Right now, we need a fish on the hook. We need a seller under
Yeah.
contract before we even get to any of this. Don't even worry about dispo right now. Focus on
Yeah.
getting a deal under contract. And as we
Yeah,
get to
absolutely.
that point, I'll help you walk through those steps as you're doing it. You're gonna learn a
Yeah.
whole lot more while you're doing the deal than we can do all these what ifs and what ifs and what ifs. Because all those what
Yeah.
ifs ain't never gonna happen.
Right. You gotta have somebody to actually
Yeah.
bring to the table. I got it.
That's right.
Hey,
Put a
Daniel.
fish on the hook, and we're gonna do that. Do
From one sales guy to another, right? Is a shift as far as from selling people a product or a service to actually getting someone to sell you on buying their home. So I will say when I first got into this, it was very difficult for me to make that switch because I'm used to pressure, getting them to, accept what I'm trying to, give them. But with this one, it's a total different thing. You're having a conversation with a person, you get into their problems. I mean, that's the part of the sales process anyway, but it's different when you have to get them to sell you on purchasing their property. Like it's a slight shift, and I had problems with it when I first started. Too, just something to think about.
But it's all sales
sure.
anyway. All of this stuff is part of the sales process. No matter if we're selling ink pens, tires, cars, houses, it's the same thing. I need to understand you seller or you buyer, what do you want? Everybody gets that work. I need to understand you before I try to sell you anything. What are you really looking to do? What are you looking to accomplish? Now that you've told me I'm looking to accomplish A, B, and C, okay, we have a solution for you to get A, B, and C. No reason for me to try to sell you A, B, and C, and you didn't tell me you want A, B, and C. That's the slip that everybody do early on in their sales career. They're trying to sell something that people didn't ask for. It's so much easier to give somebody something or sell somebody something that they asked for versus you trying to pressure or just try to make somebody, you need to do this. If I was you, I'd do this. No. What do you want? Here's a way we can get you what you want. All we need from you now is a decision. Where do we go from here? Do we move forward or do we say goodbye and have a nice day?
Hey, Chris, we need you to put that SpongeBob clip up in here, or you put it on your board with the sounds. We need to have that SpongeBob clip that say imagination.
And that,
To
and
answer the guy
question here
question about the
for Devin, how do we determine the down payment the tenant buyer should pay? How do we determine that, Art?
imagination.
Uh-oh, you're muted.
We usually see tenants pay 10% of the purchase price.
So to determine the down payment is up to you, Devin. Depends on your situation. If you're in a deal for $5,000, we know we ain't putting them in for under $5,000 because you ain't in it for $5,000. You got to get your money back plus a profit. If you got a deal for no money, whatever you feel is comfortable for you. So it's all made up. We let the marketplace decide. The cream rises to the top. Whoever has the most down, whoever seems reasonable that you want to work with, because remember, this is a long-term relationship. I mean, you got to look at these people like, do I really want to be in a deal with this person? They already been janky. They already been picky. They already asking, oh, I got to fix this. Oh, man, I ain't know it's going to be all like that. Everything got to be perfect. Do I really want to deal with them long-term? Probably not. I know already in the first 5 minutes, I don't want to work with you because you're janky. I.e., that conversation, say we're on the phone, I got to ask you 9 times, how much can you put towards a down payment? Damn, man, I got to ask you 9 times, I might not want to work with you. You're already doing too much. It ain't that hard just to say, hey, man, I'm working with like $5,000. You think you can work with me? Hey, you know what? I kind of like your style. You know what? Let's see what we can do to help you out. Not saying we're going to do it or not. It depends on their monthly. It depends on all of that stuff. It depends on the deal that you have underlying. If you have a deal with little to nothing down, low monthly payments, you can give them a good deal. You're finding a great deal, selling them a good deal. Hope that helps.
So what's the least you would take as far as the down payment? Is there a percentage you would not take?
It depends on the deal. It literally depends on the deal. It does. There is no, it's all made up. Because say, like I just said, if somebody gave me a house, what if somebody literally just gave me a house? Like, I ain't even have to pay the closing cost. Say they paid the closing cost. They say, here, Chris, sign the house over. It's your house now. Whatever I can get for it, it don't matter. If somebody gave me $1,000, I ain't got nothing in it. What difference does it make? I got $0 in it. I don't suggest doing low down payments because, like I said, it costs money to get them out if they don't perform. I have to account for that. How do I know that? Because I've had to get people out before. Not saying that, you know, everybody's going to do that, but there's going to be some weasels that get into your pipeline. It's just nature of the business. Somebody going to get in there and stop paying on time. They lost their job. They feel sad. Life happens. Well, you can't stay. No harm, no foul. You got to get up out of here. We won't even go evict you if you go ahead and leave within the next 7 days. If not, we got to put that paperwork on you, and I'm calling Taraya. That's it. That's all it is. So don't overthink this stuff. Ask questions. It's not up to you to decide. It's up to you to ask the right question. Let the marketplace decide. If they say something that makes sense to you, it makes sense. If it don't make sense, I don't feel comfortable with that. Don't do it. It's just that deep. All right. So with all that being said, it's coming up on 8:45. Any other questions on any of these long lessons?
We need Bettina to make that phone call.
Bettina then got off the stream again. She don't want that deal. And that's the thing, y'all. Don't let any seller or buyer or anybody in this business make you freeze up. Just remember the basic fundamentals. Ask good questions. Say, what would Chris ask right here if you have to do that? What would he be asking? Because you probably don't have enough information to make a decision anyway on whatever you're trying to decide on. You don't have enough information. When you have enough information, it makes it easier. That's where the fear comes from, the lack of the information or the lack of the knowledge. I don't know what the house looked like on the inside. I don't know what the seller's willing to do. I don't know if they're willing to do seller finance. I don't know if they're willing to take this low ball cash offer. There's too many I don't knows. If you don't know, how you gonna do anything? Ask. The easiest way to know something is just ask them. If they're talking reasonable and they want to work with you, you find a way to work that deal. If they're talking crazy, get off the phone with them and whack them. It's just that easy.
Chris, I would add that it takes a tremendous amount of courage for us to make these calls and all of that, and it ain't easy. This is just for anybody out there who watching outside of this group. It is not easy to do these things, but we just got to take that next step. And if we feel in fear or nervousness or anything, that just means that that's the exact thing we should be doing. So we just got to make it happen, or we're never going to get to the other side of what we're hoping to get from this.
For sure. Dang, you can get on a computer now? Yeah, that's it, Art. I mean, that's the name of the game. We have to overcome this stuff. And like I say, just remember to ask the right questions. That's really what I want everybody focusing on, because that's going to give you everything you need to know. Ask the right question when you're talking to sellers, talking to buyers, talking to agents, talking to wholesalers, whoever you're talking to in this business. What should I be asking? Because I'm probably not asking the right question. That's why I'm lost.
Let's do it, Bettina.
Bettina
Come
still
on,
sitting.
Bettina. Come on, pull through. It's the ninth inning.
Bettina jumped off again. Huh?
Is that audio?
I'm here.
There she go.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
You can hear me?
Loud and clear. It wasn't difficult, was it? It was our mindset. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, either way, you're right.
Wait. I'm hearing echo.
Because you got your phone on. Turn the phone off. That's why you're hearing the echo. You have two devices playing two different streams.
Oh, man.
All right, go ahead and call them up, Bettina. Let's get it.
You want her to call so bad.
Okay, what about now?
It ain't no
Go ahead, Bettina. Make the phone call. Let's get
Yep,
it.
we ready for you, Bettina.
We waiting on you.
But y'all can't see me though.
We don't need to see you. We just need to hear this phone call. Let's go.
We can hear you loud and clear,
You
Bettina.
don't have your camera on. That's why. You need to turn your camera on the computer if you want to do that. If not, don't worry about it.
Well, now, hold on. No, you didn't. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Studio.
Bettina, this is live on national television. You're moving like molasses.
You know what?
You got half the country waiting on you right now.
I'm saying.
Have to cut.
It's 50 million in this stream right now
Broadcasting all the way live.
to Israel.
Do you have the number, Bettina, to call them and stuff, or what?
Yes, I called him now.
Let's go.
Yep.
We got a live call.
Oh, hey, how you doing? What's happening here?
Mute your phone.
You understand?
Hey, Anthony, how's it going today? Sorry it's so late. Sorry it's so late, actually, catching you here. So I got a chance to go through. I didn't hear you. You can barely hear me. Okay, what about now? Okay, that's a little bit better. Cool. Okay, so the one property that is at 1109 St. Rose. Okay, kind of interested. It's just, what is the lowest you will go with that one on St. Rose? I gotta see what I got. We okay?
Yeah. Let's see. They do 9.
That's the lowest you can go. But literally, what's the absolute lowest actually on that property? Skid marks to the closing table if you get the prices right.
Just give me a price.
I mean, just give me the lowest. Kind of see, but I actually have to get the price that way lower. But again, I needed to know from you how we can close as early as a few days, really. We need to know what's your lowest. You're literally.
I can do 7,200 on that.
72.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on the dilapidated house, would that be included or no? Oh. Now, what's the lowest you're going with dilapidated house?
I got some folks gonna start knocking trees and stuff down. That's great.
Okay, so let me touch bases with you again tomorrow. And if you will have a definite no price for me, one of St. Rose.
I thought you had somebody in the background.
No, Not at all. But okay, no, let's not do this tomorrow anyway. But we'll see. That way, at least I have a definite price from you.
St. Rose is
St. Rose is what? I'm sorry.
how many houses you need? Sound like you need.
Well, I need quite a few, but I need to try to get them at the best. Right now, I'm working on that best price for. And I also have good guy be working with me here in the very near future, but I need to get one rolling first.
Alright.
And
House on Ernest.
30. Hold on a second. And then what you want for that one? Where is it at? And what?
1008 Ernest. So, St. Rose.
Okay, so you said 1008. Right. What?
I'm sorry.
ER.
ERNST.
Okay. And what did you want for that one?
That's just a brick. The one thing we did today was get the inside of that out. I haven't been able to that one.
Okay, so 1008 Ernest is dilapidated, but it's gutted.
Yeah, everything's gutted out. They put in there and So, properties,
Okay, so it's nothing in there then.
is concrete block walls.
Okay, a shell. What you want for it? 500.
Yeah.
Anthony,
Yes.
is that the lowest you can go at?
That's great.
It's all brick.
Yeah. They got good bones.
Mhm. So for those good bones, what is the absolute lowest?
I gotta make something off of it.
Oh, well, I mean, like, okay. So let's go back to this 11 St. Rose. Let's
A donation to a church.
look. So you're gonna have to negotiate a price, though, really, on, if you will.
Shoot me off now. Shoot me off.
Okay, saying 7,000 on the
$200.
Saint or 7,200 on St. Rose. Now, see, I was more along the lines of 550.
Take loss on that, girl. Can't even see it.
I didn't hear you.
I said I couldn't even see that house when I bought it.
Oh, okay, so you didn't do something to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the lowest you won't go any.
What the highest
I'm
you
just-
can go? Early as you can go.
meet me somewhere in the middle, somewhere between the price you just quoted and the price I want.
Meet
Somewhere
you
where-
like it's- shoot me some. You make me offer I can go for. How about
On both of them.
because next properties I'm gonna sell you, they're gonna already be fixed up with a tenant in there. All you
I just gave you the price. If we can just kind of work on the lowest you'll go to kind of help me work with this, and in the future as well, we'll actually be able to come to you that you're looking for.
have that one.
I really want that same road.
Uh,
That
What you can do is
So unless, like, okay, 5,000. What's the lowest? But meet me in the middle. Give me a number in the middle, somewhere to the lowest you would go to where I'm trying to be.
that'd be 6100. Not bad, right?
Let me. Sometimes within the next day or two, I will definitely have to reach back out to you. Okay. But 6,100, well, yeah, I guess that's a lot closer. Okay, so let me. I need to get something over to you then, so I can just lock it in.
And what about the Kinder? What would they really willing to offer on the Kinder?
Well, see that Kinder, I need to actually. I'm really going to go into Kinder, but you say it's dilapidated anyway, right?
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah.
So because they're without heat, so it's like I don't know if someone's coming in and don't do whatever from it. So we have to put all that in there. Out. But Kinder, that's the one that's you can hardly see it, and then somehow I ended up pulling in this driveway, and I realized it was boarded up too. So
Nah,
I probably
that's one of them damn crackheads and Lord out there.
okay. Ain't this little gas crackhead in there. Okay. Give me a couple.
Ernest before you
I probably won't look. Ernest before Kinder. Okay, so what's the difference between Ernest?
Ernest is on a space.
And then
So there you have it. She did the call. She wouldn't get off the call for some reason, but I guess she'll come back on when she gets a chance. How do you think she did, Art? You muted.
I say that she was very persistent in figuring out what was the lowest that he would go, and like
Absolutely.
every second or third time she asked that, he would reduce the price.
For
I gotta
real.
find that out.
No, seriously.
Got him down to 6,100. I said, dang, keep going. You're in the right direction. $5,000, let's go.
Went
What do you
from
think about
10
that,
to 6,100.
What'd you think, Daniel? Was that too hard to do? You can do that right, Daniel.
Shoot, if I had a chance, I might be able to get them down to like $5 and a Happy Meal. The way she was talking, yeah, dog.
A tough negotiator.
Yeah.
But I think she did good overall. I mean, it was good. Get them down on the number, the lowest she can get them. Then say, okay, let me do some research, and I'll get back with you here shortly. You know, in the next day or so, and we'll get this going. And then she get off the phone because I'm on a, you know, at this point, if she got them down to that number, she can do the rest of it through a text. Say, hey, I got it approved at $5,000 right now. You ready to go? What's the best email address for you? Send them the damn contract and be done with all that back and forth. But that was taking too long, so I'm kind of glad it went off. I was like, I mean, I know that these closing calls can take long, and I don't want to rush them. But like I said, they're gonna send you down a rabbit hole, and you're like, we're trying to stay focused. But I think it was good. What'd you think, Justin? You like that call, didn't you? Justin? That was your kind of stuff.
But Tina needs some training, you know what I'm saying? Just real talk. And I think, you know, having the conversation, I guess, is the most important about it, you know, at the end of the day. But you definitely got to have just a little bit of phraseology, you know, if that's even a word. But, you know, you gotta be able to say, okay, boom, at the 7,200, I would have just told her, okay, no problem. We're going to get you that. I'm going to send you over the agreement. Because you got them to say a number. Why are you talking about other houses? Let's go. You got them at a number.
I think I predicted that before it happened, didn't it? I said he's gonna send you all the way to some other houses, some more stuff, which is fine, but get this locked up first.
Well, I want to commend her for doing it. I think it takes a lot of courage. And, you know, I personally have never called anybody and still don't have the courage to call somebody on a house. So I commend her for that. Nope. And I don't think I ever want to.
I think you could do it, though, Taraya. If I didn't think you could do it, I would tell you, nah, you couldn't do it. You could do it.
Well, we'll give it a try. But I want to commend her for that because I think she did a great job of at least having the courage to get on the phone. Something that I think, you know, not to bring gender into it, but I think as females, we tend to be too apologetic when we're doing calls. So I would definitely work on when you call somebody, you know, don't apologize or say, I'm sorry for calling you, but just get straight to the point of like why you're calling. And he already knows you guys are doing a transaction. So he knows why you're calling, so just getting to the point a little bit quicker. Other than that, again, I commend her for doing the call. I think she did good. Yeah, I think she did great. I think she did a good job.
Yeah, I think it's great to just do it. You know, the only thing, I mean, there's a couple of things I would have did differently. Cut that call down. There's no reason to keep staying
Right.
on that phone that long. It's too long, especially when you're not trained, like Justin said. And the training comes from doing it a lot of times and actually getting the reps in. Once we got them down, you know, to 7,200 and then down to 6,100, we're going in the right direction. Whack them, get off the phone. I either get off the phone and say, let me see if we can do that, or get off the phone and send them the contract. I'm not staying on the phone with these people that long. Not like that. That's just me, though. Everybody got their different style. But when you kind of new and don't know what to say, you can end up putting your foot in your mouth by being on the phone too long, because he's going to ask you a question you don't know the answer to. And there's no reason to put yourself into that position to where, hey, he asked me something about this and I didn't know what to say. Get off the phone. Then we ain't got to go through that. So next time, if he texts you a question, I can help you and say, hey, this is how you answer that, or hey, this is how you deal with that situation before we get to that point. Because the longer you stay on that phone, you're going to get yourself exposed. I'm not saying that you're doing nothing bad or wrong or indifferent, but get off the phone is the moral of the story. The other thing, which is very important, when we doing these calls and we say a price or they say a price, be quiet. Do not be too quick to say something back. Very important, very powerful strategy. They say $8,000. That awkward silence will make them come down on their own. Well, I really can do 72. I really can do this. Just don't say nothing. If you say something too quick, you sound motivated. And she was coming back at him quick as he was coming to her. Too quick. Slow it down. Let them say their thing. They say a number, just don't say nothing. You're like, oh, you still there? Oh, man, I mean, I can come down a little bit to come to your number. I mean, where do I need to be? Or whatever they're going to ask. That silence, that awkward silence, and that's a skill set. Most people can't get it. It took me a while to get it. Do not be too quick to say something when they say those numbers. Let it marinate. Do you use strategies like that, Art?
Yes. I need to use them more, but I have definitely used the awkward silence for sure.
Even if you got to put that bad boy on mute to make sure you don't say nothing. Mute. Just still be listening. Is he saying something? Get it out your system, whatever you got to do, but I'm on mute. I ain't saying nothing. Now he took a deep breath. He said, oh, you still there? Unmute. Yeah, I mean, 8,000. I mean, is that the best you can do? Well, yeah, I can come down to 7,000. I can come down to 6,000. I can come to 5,000. I can come to whatever they're going to say. That awkward silence works. Do you use that strategy, Justin, or you don't mess with that?
He who speaks first loses.
That's right. That's it. So I don't know if she's going to pop back on or not, but we're about to land this plane either way. Hopefully she can, I mean, it sounds like she can get under contract at this point. That's what I would be working on. Locking them up, marketing the deal, and get the thing done. If she says she got a buyer that'll buy it for about 10K, there you go. If she get it for 6 and sell it for 10, she make 4K and move on down the street. And never go into property, by the way. This ain't got nothing to be about. This has nothing to do with me going into a raggedy house, by the way. That's just me, though. I send the buyer over there.
What did you say?
So that's what we got. Any other questions before we roll up out of here and do some more woke stuff?
I can type into your chat.
Man,
What's wrong?
I'm so cool. It's so cool to learn that if you ask that many times about what's the lowest they can go, sometimes they keep going lower. That's a good lesson for me, man.
Oh yeah, and you don't have to accept our offer. See, when I said they said a number and don't say nothing, I'm not saying to either say you accepted it or didn't accept it, or even if you do like the number, still don't say nothing yet. Wait a second, let them see what they say. They might say, "Well, I can go a little less. I might be able to do a little lower than that." We don't know what they're gonna say, or just ask them again. Can you do any lower? And if they keep going down, you're going in the right direction. But once they get to the number, say 6,100, like she just said, or whatever, great. Let's see if I can get that. If I can make that work, I'll give you a call back here tomorrow, and then that's where you go from there. Then, because with her being kind of newer, I would say, what's his email address? Send him the contract. What are we doing? Because now, once you get him under contract, she can market the deal. We have equitable interest, even though it's going to probably be hard to sell anyway over there. But I'm sure somebody would buy it. If it's, she says not too bad on that one house, but that guy sounds like he got a lot of houses. So it might be a whale. She might have found a whale and don't even know it.
She needs to lock that up ASAP.
Right. Don't get distracted with all that other stuff. And I thought I predicted that and say, don't get distracted. Stay focused. It's very easy to get turned around and, oh, let me see about this other house. And what other house you got? And all that. Yes, you can do that if you're more advanced, but I say when you're new, lock them under contract, and then we can do about all of that, do that other stuff. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Especially after he's under contract for that one, he's gonna be able to sign contracts on others because he's seen your contract before. It's not like, oh, it's unreasonable. Oh, I don't like this paragraph on here. I ain't know he's gonna put a lockbox on my door and all this stuff people be doing. So, any other questions before we roll? I got a question for you, Daniel.
Let me see
What
if I
have you
can answer.
learned today?
What have I learned? A lot. Auction.com, found some deals. Send it over to Chris Monroe because he stay woke. And don't worry about all that other seller finance stuff as far as talking to people right now. I gotta find somebody to be able to talk to somebody.
That's it. Don't even try to overthink this stuff. It's very easy to overthink it, overprocess it. Just step one, get a seller on the hook that wants to work with you. And we'll work to play from that point. Everything else we can deal with. As long as they want to work with you, we can make a deal happen.
Perfect.
All right. What about Justin? What did you learn today, Justin?
I learned that a wraparound, a wrap, you basically are relinquishing ownership of the property when you do a wrap. So I need to erase that from my vocabulary.
Erase that mug. What about Miss Taraya? What did you learn today?
This isn't something new, but just a reiteration of how important it is to really submerge yourself in teachings and learnings and trainings about being able to talk to people on the phone. It seems a lot easier, I think, when you're watching people doing it, but in practice, it's a lot harder to do. So making sure you have that proper training before you are getting on the phone with people, for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Put in the work. You know, we do these every week, and you wouldn't believe how many people say, "Oh, I ain't know." You got to get the basics. Why are we spending money and doing all these subscriptions and doing all these softwares and getting all these people? And stop spending money. Go do the fundamentals first. Now that you have the fundamentals, you know what to do. Then you spend money on marketing and dialers and systems and all of this other stuff. There's no reason to go spend all that money on these deals. There's no reason to. I mean, you can. Not telling you not to. It's your money, but there ain't no reason to do it. Or to even buy a house, by the way. Some people would even, when they have money, oh, I can give them $20,000 down. Why are you offering them $20,000 down? They didn't ask for that. Just because you got the money don't mean you want to give it to them. What's the rule? He and a fool and his money shall soon part. Something like that.
Yep.
So don't be that fool. What did you learn today, Art?
I learned that if you ask more than one time about the lowest they'll go, that can give you a more of a discount sometimes. That's kind of crazy. But the other thing is just reaffirming about the power of the awkward silence. Everything else pretty standard.
Pretty standard stuff. And the more you look at this stuff and operate and do this stuff, it gets easier and easier. So hopefully everybody got something, a takeaway for the day. We will see you on the next one. Don't forget, the 25th of October is the next Belly to Belly in-person meetup here in sunny St. Louis, October 25th. And then in November, we have Pace Morby coming to St. Louis on his Midwest tour. He'll be here in November. So, yep, that'll be coming up the next 2 months. So the rest of this year, we got to turn it up. There's no reason to do more deals before Christmas. This is the time is now if you want some more money for Christmas, right? Get some deals, get on the phone, don't make excuses, and make it happen. So have a great day. Do what you do. Be who you be. And I'll see you before you see me. Peace. I don't know what you've been doing. You've been asleep? Let me wake you up with something.
Straight up. Yeah. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm Chris Monroe. R to the O-E. I flip houses, rent cars, and make money. You know I'm not no motherfucker dummy. This how we do.